Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. For today's look, we're starting off with our base already done. We're going to move straight onto the eyes. I'm using the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette today, and I'm going to be taking the first shade, which is Eden, on this is a Morphe E28 brush, and I'm just going to be blending this in throughout my crease as our initial transition shade. I'm just blending that in throughout the crease until I have the desired pigmentation that I'm after. You can go as heavy or as light-handed as you want with this shade, depending on the look you're after. Next up, I'm taking the shade, this is Amber. I'm picking it up on a Sigma, this is the E25 brush, and I'm just going to begin to build this in throughout the crease as well. Just adds a little bit more of that warmy kind of orangey reddy hue to the look. So just starting on the outer corners of the eye and then building in throughout the crease, and then just taking that same brush we used with Eden just to buff out the edges. Next up, we're taking the shade Saffron, and I'm going to be taking it on the Sigma. This is the Buff and Blend E39 brush, and I'm really focusing the shade right on the outer corner, so really packing it on the outer corner and then lightly diffusing it in throughout the crease and slightly winging out the edges as well to give a nice kind of blown out soft look. Next, we're going to pick up Amethyst, and I'm taking it on this is a Morphe E17 brush, and I'm just kind of placing that in between where Saffron and our kind of lid space meets, just so it kind of gives this kind of sunset vibe going from like purple to red along the lid. I really love this shade, but guys, I don't know about the pigmentation. I don't know if I'm feeling it. I don't think it's really that great. Kind of looks a little bit patchy to me. Anyway, next up we're moving on to cutting the crease, and I'm just taking some foundation on a Morphe, this is an E19 brush. So as you can see, I place the foundation just along my top lash line. Then what you're going to do is you're going to look up, basically where you put that foundation or concealer, whatever you're using, will leave a kind of stamp or mark as a guide really for where you should cut your crease. So this will mean that you'll be able to see the actual shadows that you put on your lid when you open them up. So it's a cool little tip and I use it all the time. Next up, we're going to be taking the shade Desert Sand, and I'm packing that on with a Makeup Geek. This is a C421 mini concealer brush, and it's packing that shade all over my lid to kind of set the foundation. Now, I did find that I had to kind of like work with the shade and really build it up until I got everything kind of set and opaque along the lid. So just work with this one and gradually build up as you go. Next up, we're taking Eden again. I'm taking it on a Morphe, this is an R39 brush, and I'm just going to be diffusing the edges where the kind of concealer met with the amethyst and saffron colors, just really blending in the edges just so they're not super harsh and kind of choppy. Then we're going to take the same brush and we're going to pick up Amber and do the exact same thing. It creates this really nice like seamless ombre kind of transition look. I really loved how it turned out. Then we're just taking that same Buff and Blend brush, the Sigma E39 brush with a bit more saffron, just to deepen up that outer corner because I feel like we lost it a little bit. Next, going in with Amethyst again, just to deepen it up because I feel like we completely lost the amethyst color with all the blending of the other shades that we did. So I'm just adding that along the kind of seam where the concealer and the rest of those shades meet. It creates a really kind of nice purpley hue. Next up, we're taking the shade Twilight. I'm just taking that on that same C421 mini concealer brush from Makeup Geek, and I'm just putting that basically along the transition line between our lid kind of color, the Desert Sands colors, and also our kind of reddy burgundy outer corners of the eye. I have spritzed my brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus just to make sure I get the pigment I'm after, and I did kind of alternate between applying with my finger and also the brush to kind of get this pigmentation. Next up, I'm going to be taking the shade Ode, and I'm taking it on Morphe PK, this is a PK45 brush, and I'm just stamping that shade along the lash line to kind of create a little bit of depth. Then I'm going back in with that shade Ode, and I'm just taking it on a M578 brush from Morphe, and I'm just going to place that along the outer V of my eye just to kind of deepen up the look a bit. Then we're moving on to the glitter shade in the palette. This is the shade Cosmo, and I have applied a little bit of Too Faced glitter glue to my lid, and I'm picking it up. This is just on one of the Anastasia Beverly Hills brushes that come with like the Soft Glam Prism palette, and I'm just packing that along the outer kind of V area where Twilight meets the kind of saffron and reddy kind of colors, so it creates a nice little ombre effect. So next up, guys, I had a boo-boo. Guys, I really suck at applying winged eyeliner, and I stuffed it up, so instead of redoing the look, all I did was grab a little bit of black eyeshadow and I smudged out the edges of that black wing eyeliner. So as you can see, it's a really close up look. It really kind of created this really sultry smudged out look, and I actually really love how it turned out. So don't stress, just apply a little bit of black eyeshadow and smudge it out and you're good to go. Next up, we're highlighting. I'm taking the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone, and I'm just taking it on a Makeup Geek. This is just a like little pencil brush, and I'm just highlighting my brow bone and also my inner corner as well as my cupid's bow and down the middle of my my nose for a little bit of highlight. Next, I'm taking this Essence Soft Berry Lip Liner and I'm just lining my lips with it. I feel like the shade really matched the kind of burgundy hues that we've got going on the eyes, and seeing as it's winter here in Australia, I wanted kind of like a berry burgundy lip. So yeah, lining my lips with that lip liner. Then I'm going to be filling in the lips, and I'm using this Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick. This is in the shade Raspberry Freeze 485, and I'm just going to be applying that to my lips. I love the shade. Actually has some really beautiful flecks of kind of like violet and purple shimmers in through it. It's so pretty and I absolutely love it for like a winter lipstick on pale skin. And so guys, that was it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave me a big like, thumbs up, subscribe if you are new so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.